All this talk about product roadmaps reminded me of a problem we encountered as my company grew and how we addressed it. Even though you're probably not going to like the third thing we did, you might find it useful for you and your team. In short, our dev team was firing on all cylinders, releasing features and fixes left and right, without giving other teams a heads up. For those of you saddled with slow-moving dev teams that can't seem to get product out the door, this might sound like a dream, but it backfired on us, causing problems for customers, for the sales team, the marketing team, the support team, and beyond. Because none of them were prepared, customers would see unexpected features show up and they'd be confused. They'd contact support and support was in the dark on how to help them. The marketing team didn't know how to talk about the new capabilities, and the sales team certainly wasn't armed to sell them. The solution was not to put shackles on the dev team. Instead, we did three things. First, we made liberal use of feature flags, which is basically conditional logic around feature availability. This allowed the dev team to decouple deployment from release. We could code and deploy as fast as we want without impacting the customer experience. When everyone across departments was ready for the release to happen, then we'd flip a switch in the database and make the feature available. Second, we adopted a cultural mindset that redefined GA. For decades, software companies have gone alpha, beta, GA, where GA stands for generally available. It's out there, use it. For us though, GA meant generally adoptable. It shifted the goalposts. Available wasn't good enough anymore. We had to be sure that everybody was ready to market it and sell it and support it, and that customers were ready and excited to pick it up and actually use it. And lastly, the linchpin. To get that broad internal alignment, we held an active weekly event called a pulse meeting, a la finger on the pulse of the roadmap. Product teams that were nearing a release within about a month would make clear what was coming and when. Those that had recently released within about the last month would share measurements of the feature's success. But this was not just a presentation, it was a debate. Because in attendance, we had one person from nearly every department in the company. Sales, support, marketing, training, customer success, documentation, you name it. Those attendees had two responsibilities. First, to push back on an upcoming release date if their department was not yet ready to absorb it. And second, to serve as messenger and ambassador, carrying the details of the release back to their department and spreading the word. This might sound like a madhouse, but I promise you it wasn't. It was extremely effective in keeping us all aligned and constantly moving forward. And don't be embarrassed if your roadmap is a disaster. If you're in that boat, just go check out this video. So what do you think? Would you try these things at your company, or would it be a cluster? Drop a comment. Let me know.